in my point of view, Gilliman is the worst.
Well, then you really are lost. And if you're going to keep being wrong, then I can't even talk to you anymore.
It's another week, which means another episode of The Kieran Show is nigh. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
Yeah, fine. Video over. See you next week. We are talking about Primarchs. Yes, this is going to split the room.
This is going to be a video of
arguments, hot takes. I have no doubt in my mind that
you're wrong.
No, I have some doubts there. Yeah, I know that I'm right and I know that you're wrong, so I feel like we should just start. So, the basis of this video will be thusly. There are 18 Primarchs, especially in the Horus Heresy. We're going to start from 18 and go all the way down to 1, or up to 1, depending on how you...
18 being the one that we...
Hate.
Not hate is a strong word.
No, I would hate.
1 being, there's nothing better. So we'll...
When I was writing this list earlier today, I was like, he is going to hate this.
Yeah, so we'll do...
Absolutely hate this.
We'll put some fancy overlays and there'll be like a tier so you can keep track where we are. But we'll both alternate with 18 to 17. We'll then give a couple of sentences / argue about why the other person is wrong and why I'm right. And then we'll gradually work our way up.
Okay, right, well.
So, as it's your birthday tomorrow at time of recording, give me the worst Primarch. This is your number 18.
My number 18 on the Primarch tier list, I've put Alfarius.
Explain.
I don't know what it is about Alpha Legion. I get that it's a very, edgy Legion. Everyone's the same, but different. Don't care. Honestly don't care. And to me, it makes them less appealing than all of the others.
I can sum it up a bit better than that. So number 18 for me is Alfarius.
Oh.
And the reason I don't like them, they are just
That's the first I've heard you swear on this. Amazing. Yeah, no, totally agree.
I am Alfarius. Get in the bin.
Utter
Do you know what? I despise them in the book so much. I would put the 2 redacted dead Primarchs that we know nothing about above them. So he's 20th.
You've got angry, and we're on the same point.
Yeah.
We're talking about the same thing.
Alpha Legion, no.
Alpha Legion are at the bottom, for
now
sure.
This is where we're going to start to diverge.
Sorry, Alpha Legion fans. If you really like them, please tell us in the comments why you think they're good, but we'll give you a pretty nice dislike button.
Just to bring it back slightly, I love the colour scheme.
Yeah, fine.
But it's just... we don't do anything. We're everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah. Ghosts.
Shut up and just shoot some stuff.
Ghost.
Who's your 17?
17 on the Primarch tier list. I've put Vulcan.
Oh!
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd put him that low.
I'll explain why a little bit later in the tier list. But yeah, so Salamanders I think are just fine. And Vulcan might be really, really cool, but I just don't think he is. Yeah. Just doesn't do it for me at all. And plus he's especially towards the end of the Horus Heresy, he is proper the Emperor's lapdog.
He does get annoying towards the end of Siege of Terror. It's just
insufferable. Just get a grip, mate.
It's lead your legion.
Yeah, just... Oh, no, bin.
I mean, Salamanders themselves, in 40k, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, again, this isn't a depiction of the Legion. It's a depiction of... He says that after he just slated Alpha Legion. This isn't a depiction of the Legion, it's a depiction of the Primarch, and I think that'll become more apparent as the list goes on. But yeah, Vulcan just does not do it for me whatsoever. Yeah, who's your 17?
My 17th, and this might be slightly of a hot take, but it's Ferrus Manus.
Oh.
He deserved to get his head cut off because he was
Why?
boring.
Oh, that's a shame.
I've got metal arms and I make a hammer. Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow, that's a hot take.
Sorry, Iron Hands players, but I'm just...
I think Ferrus Manus is alright.
Really didn't like him.
Yeah. I'd like to see some Ferrus Manish. Ferrus Minish. I'd like to see some Minish origin stories.
No, we don't need them.
To be but yeah,
we don't need them. He's boring.
Yeah, fair enough.
Give us his 16. I think our 16 might be the same.
16 is Lorgar.
Yeah, 16 for me is Lorgar as well.
Yeah,
I don't think anything he's saying about him. He's just...
It takes some real doing. Like we were talking about this a little bit earlier on. Like it takes something really special for nearly every other character in your Legion to be cooler than you.
Even Erebus. I mean, everybody, like, you know,
Oh, no.
Erebus is who he is.
Realistically,
He's got some... Lorgar's just...
If you can grab the Imperium's nutsack in the palm of your hand and go, I'm going to make you do my bidding, in my eyes, you're a bit of a hero. Because he went to Horus, he was like, no, do this, come to the dark side, Anakin. And everyone else just went, oh, this is totally normal. Totally normal. And Erebus was like, wow, this is unbelievably easy. And Magnus came along and was like, oh, what's going on? And everyone was like, nah, boo, Magnus, boo. Yeah, rubbish, absolute rubbish.
I don't have anything to add to that.
Yeah.
So that was
quite a poignant.
16.
16. 15 is Ferrus Manus. Ferrus Manus is fine. It's just fine. I really liked him, or his relationship with Fulgrim before Fulgrim inevitably fell. But that being said, like he's still just like a bit of a B tier character.
You like him a bit more than me.
Yeah, like more than you, because I really enjoyed Fulgrim and I liked their relationship with
book.
Fulgrim. And they're like sort of Fulgrim's downfall and then inevitably killing his best friend, I thought was wicked.
Deserved it. Anyway.
You don't deserve to die because you're boring. That's absurd. Who's yours?
My 15 is Conrad Kurz.
Wow. Okay. Why?
Ooh, I'm scary and I live in the dark.
It's his only job.
Exactly. So he got one party trick and he's rubbish at
it. He was left on a planet on his own without a legion, and he had to.
You're telling me that he's the only one of the Primarchs with daddy issues?
Oh no, they've all got daddy issues. I'm just saying he's a lot higher up on mine. Like loads higher. Okay, fair enough.
No, it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, you
love Night Lord, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
14.
14. Gilliman.
Wow! He is
Gilliman.
Very low.
That guy sucks. I
have 3 words for you.
All right.
No fear. Read it.
That's hilarious how you needed fingers.
Yeah.
You know what? Gilliman fan. Yeah, no, I think he's just like, I'll read No Fear.
Well,
but
you're wrong. You're wrong.
I guarantee.
He's not in my top, but you're wrong.
He's just so boring.
We'll be on 14.
Yeah, 14.
Korax for me.
Oh, that's interesting. I quite like Korax. I think he's quite cool.
No, he's not.
Why?
Because he's just, I fly. He's the epitome
of...
bird
person.
That's
I am bird person.
That's Sanguinius.
Oh, that is Sanguinius. You're right.
But for me, Korax is,
No.
Star Wars. What's John Boyega's character's name?
It's Finn, wasn't it?
Finn. They fly now.
Fly now?
That's his whole thing.
What, he was like looked up at the Primarchs
and then, how stupid can you be to be given the gene seed from Big Daddy E and lose it? I mean, fair enough, Alpha Legion, I'm Alpharius. Had something to do with it.
Sneaky Alpha
Legion.
It
never doesn't do it for me. And then his story at the end is like, the end of the Horus Heresy is just, I ran away into a cloud and became a cloud. Chasing down other demons and it's just...
Do you reckon he'll come back, Korax?
I hope not.
I hope so, because I think if they did like a 40k version of Korax, he'd look sick.
Be a puddle of cotton wool. With some eyes in it.
What?
I fly now.
What was that quote from Lord of the Rings? Like, nothing, so it's a web of cloud. Just be him.
13.
I put Angron.
Ah!
Yeah.
Same.
Did you really? For 13?
13 Angron.
Why did you say Angron at 13?
Because his only shtick is I'm angry.
Yeah. That's rubbish.
Khan is better than him.
Yeah, because he's like actually like more than a one-dimensional character.
Yeah, I think
and struggles as well. And I feel like as far as character development is concerned, it's just better.
It doesn't really. Maybe he could be cooler. Maybe it's just the authors that he's got. I mean, he was pretty good in Saturnine. That's because Dan Abnett, the guy just writes gold, no matter who he touches. But yeah, his 40k model is brilliant, but he's just
Just so boring. I think
It's just, oh, I'm angry again. I'm going to kill everything. Okay, cool. What are you going to do next?
Angron in Warhammer is like Hulk for me in Marvel. Like, all right, like Hulk smash. Like, okay, fine. Just utter tosh to me. I think it's rubbish. But yeah,
we're getting into mid tier now. This is where it's going to get spicy.
It's getting spicy.
12.
12. I put Lehman Russ.
Well, we all know your feelings on Lehman Russ because you defiled his great legion.
Yeah, no, Lehman Russ. And you know what? It's very similar to Angron. It's just imagine giving Angron like a bit more consciousness, but still being as dumb.
I think you're wrong.
Really?
I quite like Lehman Russ.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. I think he's an idiot.
I'm not denying that. He's very much a one trick pony. I go and kill things.
Yeah, but it's not even that. I think like Horace like walking up to him, like tricking him, and be like, "Oh, go kill the Thousand Sons." And he went, "Okay." And there's just like the guy's an absolute chard. The guy sucks. Where I said that. Not as much as Gilliman, but he sucks.
12. I've got Vulcan.
Oh right, that's loads higher than I put in.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Purely because some of his books in the Horus Heresy are really good before he goes all weird and like becomes the lap boy for Big Daddy E in the throne room. If you read the one where they try and resurrect him with like Death Mountain and everything, God, I've got that name wrong, sorry. But that book where they're trying to put him in a mountain thing, and it's really good. His Horus Heresy books are good.
Okay.
Before he starts, I'd say the falling off point for him is where he is systematically taken apart by Kurz on repeat. That's when I think his character kind of, rightly so,
Yeah.
I think he kind of lost it, but he just became less cool.
Just makes Kurz cooler.
11.
11.
You're gonna hate my 11 when we get to it.
Oh, I can't wait. 11, I put Corax. I couldn't put him any higher. It just didn't make any sense. I think Corax is fine. Again, like Raven Guard are cool, but we're not talking about Legion. We're talking about Primarchs. I think he's fine. Just fine. I think when I was doing this tier list, I went, rubbish, fine. And he was the first fine after the rubbish. So I was like, Corax.
11 for me. Jagatai Khan. Oh, I ride a bike. Tell you what, he's one line away from becoming Vin Diesel going, family. No.
Infuriated me to no end. Jagatai Khan is
Nope.
guys,
Don't.
Absolute weapon. Love him.
I should probably give some context why I don't like these ones. Just gonna know they're
Oh
rubbish.
yeah, that's true. You just. Your first comparison was Vin Diesel. I think that's justification enough. But carry on.
Yeah, it's just doesn't seem to have any personality for me.
Oh, I disagree.
He's slightly redeemed himself for me in Siege of Terror.
Yeah, he's. You know what?
He's very good, but
I read Scars and Pathway to Heaven, and I was just
God, Path to Heaven. Oh,
I thought he was wicked.
It's 8 hours of Audible of my life I'll never get back.
I really liked him. I thought he was cool. And then as soon as we hit like Siege of Terror, I can't remember where they first come in. Is it Saturnine? Where the White Scars first come in, or is it?
No, well, he kind of comes in and he's in Lost and the Damned and maybe a bit in Solar War because obviously he's talking to Dawn. The White Scars themselves don't come in till...
Oh, no, they do come in. I think it's in... Is it Solar War or is it the one after where he essentially jumps on his bike? And
I think it's Lost and the Damned. They start to do those raids.
They just go... They're ploughing into like the Sea of Nurgle, just cutting up stuff, and then they just run back. And I was just like, that was awesome.
I can't remember if that was...
I think it was Saturnine.
Which
one was Lost in the Damned?
It's the one where it all just starts. And so they're all in the trenches and they all have the...
Oh, the second book.
And they're all
maybe it was
consistently falling back.
Yeah.
And they tell you what, Katsuhiro, it's the only Imperial Guard character I've ever liked.
Yeah, that's a strong claim, but it's hard to disagree. He's very cool.
And some of the other ones as well, like the guy that has the pole. I can't remember his name.
Pole guy.
He was cool. But yeah, we're now getting onto a tangent. And there's
crazy. Too many Primarchs left.
Number 10.
Perturabo.
Oh, same.
Oh, same for Perty Reeves. He's cool.
I quite like him.
Yeah,
There's bits I don't like.
Yeah, I like the Iron Warriors. I think my biggest issue with Perturabo is he's just a giant whinger.
Yes. He's like, let me do the war in my way.
He was like, no, let me do it so I can beat Dawn. Weird. It's just like, you thirsty son of a... He's just, yeah, he just loves, all he wants to do is beat Dawn and just prove that he's like the master of siege warfare. And I think that's like his downside. But other than that, when he's not being a total whinge bucket, I think he's very cool.
I had him at 10 for different reasons, to be honest. I really liked the siegecraft. Less so, yeah, I agree. They're just, I'm going to fight Dawn. It's just, okay, that's not a way to win a war. But the way he goes around, there's a few scenes in... The First Wall isn't a great book in general, but there's a few scenes in that where he's trying to plan it out, and they really were. I don't like Iron Warriors. That's the reason he's come down slightly for me. I mean, this is about Primarchs, but obviously he is a reflection on them. I'm not a fan of theirs.
What, of Iron Warriors?
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
But, anyway, number 9. We're just under halfway now.
9. Mortarion.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think Mortarion is... Well, hang on. You must have put Mortarion higher then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For good reason.
Yeah, I think... I really like Mortarion as a character. I just think there are Primarchs I like more. Mortarion's story is really tragic, and what lets him down...
That's what makes him so good.
But for me, it's what lets him down, because he's so arrogant, and he just fails to realise that...
Yeah, he's like Magnus, but better. His whole damnation story is just better.
No, that's... Yeah. my eyes cut. If my eyes roll further back into my head will just explode. No, saying that no.
Anyway, we'll get to Magnus, I'm sure, because he's still on the list to come.
So annoying. You're good.
Is it number 9? Yeah.
I think so.
Lehman Russ.
Oh.
I quite like some of the Space Wolves, whatever they are. Like the Burning of Prospero. I enjoyed that book.
Rubbish book.
Rubbish. Only because you like Magnus.
Rubbish.
Only because you like Magnus and he broke his back.
You know what it was? Like them getting so angry, and they weren't even fighting anyone yet. They were just like, I feel like when Space Wolves are all together, they're all just drinking mead and being really like alpha, a beta cuck wolves. We're wolves.
You need to read
so
Wolfsbane, where he mortally wounds Horus. Then they'll come up slightly for you.
Fine.
Number 8, and I know my number 8 is going to really annoy you.
Oh, but it's going to be Magnus, isn't it? We won't talk about it. 8 for me is Horus.
Oh, what? Wrong.
I like Horus, but he's always let down by the fact that he made some stupid decisions. Everything he did in the Horus Heresy, I was like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Oh, no, because I can't put him low because he's so good in the first 3 Horus Heresy books. On that slow fall, he's brilliant.
Every time he fell, I was like, you're an idiot. You are actually dumb. The first 3 books, I cared... Yeah, hang on before I ruin something. So in the first 3 books, I understood what was happening, but I liked Loken more.
Oh, Loken.
When he started to fall and Magnus was like, everyone stop, I was like there's literally another Primarch. The person who was supposed to succeed the Emperor was going, stop what you're doing, this is wrong.
Yeah.
And just every single turn, because he is cool and the Sons of Horus are cool, but even Abaddon is just better. And I'm just no. Yeah, 8.
Magnus.
Magnus.
My number 8 is Magnus.
I'd like to know why you want Magnus at 8. I know you don't like Magnus anyway, but...
I'm not a massive fan. I mean, I concede he did nothing wrong. I will concede again to that he did do a little bit wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Siege of Terror, when you're systematically trying to bring down Big Daddy E's shield, you're kind of doing the wrong there. I think the initial bit I agree, it's a tragic story. He was trying to be the dutiful son. Hey, look, he was the ultimate tattletale. Look what Horus is doing. Daddy, tell him off.
And rightly so. It's not just Mortarion was like, Dad, Magnus is doing magic. He was like, he's about to ruin everything. I don't just mean he's ruined my birthday party. I mean he's about to break the Imperium. So being oh, Dad, Horus is doing something wrong. He was literally turning his back on the Imperium and about to commit some of the worst cases of genocide known to the Imperium. little tattletale.
He still did. Okay, he did not. Yeah.
You've infuriated. You have made me so angry. Oh, I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, he's just a bit.
I'll take some sort of solace knowing that your Magnus was higher than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, but he's very one-dimensional for me.
Do
Do you know why he's do you know why he's one-dimensional?
Why?
Because he can't see in 3D because he's only got one eye.
Oh, so frustrating. Number 7 for me was Fulgrim.
Wrong. The Fulgrim book is brilliant. Like, he is so good. The only concession I will make... Actually, I'll talk about Fulgrim when I get to him.
Sure.
You tell me why you don't like him.
No, it's not that I don't like him. He's 7. He's like definitely in the high tier as far as I'm concerned. Like, he... For me, anyway, like, I love his character. I think his downfall from being one of, like, the Emperor's favourite sons into, like, this utter hot mess. Like,
He's a hot mess.
It's just... Like, I
Hot
love
being
it.
the word. I
Yeah,
think.
he's this stupid, sexy mess.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Stupid, sexy Fulgrim. I love his character, and the Fulgrim is probably one of, if not my favourite Horus Heresy book. But the reason he's not higher is because when he falls, which is pretty catastrophic anyway, it happens in one book. When he falls, he just is so annoying, like infuriatingly annoying. He's just like running around like fucking Snake Fulgrim. Snack Fulgrim. And I just like, I just don't, no. Just doesn't do it for me. Just doesn't do it for me at all.
My number 7. Mortarion.
Mortarion.
I really like the Council of Nicaea. Okay, fair enough. You know, he was probably on the wrong side of that, but I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. He's enjoyable to read in Warhawk.
Yeah, he's
and he has got a tragic story as well. That he was like, no, we don't do the warp shenanigans. We don't do librarians, and then he becomes like the ultimate.
So he is a huge contradiction.
Yeah, that's what makes me like him. But he's got a tragic story. I mean, also I'm maybe partly swayed that I really like his model in 40k as well.
Yeah, that's a huge sway. Don't get me wrong, like, I like the character and I think his development's lush, but I
also,
just think...
Typhus is really cool.
I do really like the Death Guard, but I think Mortarion, there was so many occasions where I was just like, just shut up. Just shut up. He was like, oh, this is wrong. I'm like, I know where you end up. I was like,
stop it!
So you are an absolute mongoloid to me. And
a mongoloid?
I hate the guy. I think he's rubbish.
Number 6.
Number 6. So it is Comrade Curse.
He's a whole 10 places higher than I had him. No, 9 places. I can't count.
So Comrade Curse is... I embrace the dark. My name's Comrade Curse. Yeah, he is very...
Boring?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I love Night Lords anyway. His depiction in the Horus Heresy is very complicated.
It's not complicated, it's bad.
Why is it bad?
Oh, I'm just going to lurk around on the Dark Angel ship rather than doing something meaningful.
Oh no, I think he's very cool.
He's so annoying.
Also, his relationship with his Legion in the ADB books is wicked as well.
You get a sense of that in the Horus Heresy. That's the only redeeming thing for it, is that relationship he has, that he doesn't want them. All of that's good, but it's just very one-dimensional for me. I'm sad I don't listen to the Black Parade.
Yeah, he was. That's exactly it. Personifies that more than Corex.
Do you know who's number 6 for me?
Go on.
Gilliman.
It's too high.
It's not.
He's
where he should be. Yeah, okay, he's a bit boring at times because he plays a tactician and all of that.
8 higher than where I put Gilliman. 8.
I have the 3 words again for you. No fear. Read that book and you'll go, Gilliman, there is a reason you are the best tactician.
Well, I'm going to read No Fear now. And just...
You should because anyone else that hasn't
Am I going to like word bearers more?
No, no. It's got a lot of Corferan, and if you don't like Corferan before that book, you're not going to like him even more. But in a good way, I think the word bearers are the scapegoat of the whole thing. I mean, because
that's a hot take. What do you mean the word bearers are the scapegoat for the whole thing?
Well, they get a lot of flack, don't they? That they're just the cause of everything. And then they're very one-dimensional. Argyle Tall, though, best character in the whole Wordbearers for me.
Nice.
Anyway, this is about Gilliman. Stop derailing it just because you don't like where I put it.
You brought up No Fear.
No,
right?
No Fear. Brilliant book. If you haven't read it, because it takes place. A lot of it takes place in Gilliman's mindset, so you get that thought process, which is really cool. And also, after that, go to Betrayer. The guy tanks 2 Primarchs. Tanks Angron.
It's a lot of... chef kiss. Very
Chef
nice.
kiss. Get it? Yeah, but then he does have his moments where you're just like, oh, God, be quiet.
Yeah.
Imperium Secundus. Ugh.
It is a lot.
We're into the top 5 now.
Top 5, Rogue or Dawn.
Wrong.
Dawn at 5.
Wrong.
Dawn is a lush character, very cool. The only reason I like him is because of the Siege of Terror books. He really came up clutch in those. Beforehand, I thought he was a bit boring, a bit one-dimensional. Now, I think he's like a bit of a person. He's like actually...
He's the people's too.
Him's a people's. I like him.
I won't talk too much about because I'll get to him in a while.
Okay. Fair enough.
Number 5 for me is Fulgrim.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
It's the main reason for that, and the reason I would potentially have him in top 3 if he didn't fall off a cliff when he turns to Demon Prince. He just gets so, and similar to what you said, he gets so annoying to read. Like in Siege of Terror, it's just like, bye.
That's interesting that it was so impactful for you that Fulgrim was so good before that he deserves that top spot.
Yeah,
despite being just utter dross afterwards.
The whole Fulgrim book where he's having that, like, you can see like the fall to and the poo painting and all of that. If you put this in the book, you'll know what we mean.
Yeah, no,
that whole book is just brilliant. But then when it turns into Snack, it's just like, oh,
you know what?
You get annoying now.
It's one of those books where the first half of the book is just build up. It's just filler, and it's like we'll get there. But when you do, and Lucius as well. Crazy.
He needs
legion.
a new 40k model. We won't get into
Crazy little legion.
Number 4.
The Lion.
Wrong.
The Lion. Lionel Johnson is
the best.
Is a lush character. He is very, very cool, and I think his sort of rise to leading Caliban to then be betrayed at the last minute. Also, his new 40k book, Son of the Forest.
Son of the Forest, yeah,
sure. Lush, really, really cool. Really like him a lot. I think my only thing with him is that I feel like he doesn't have like a bad side. Do you know what I mean?
I'll get to the Lion.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, what's yours?
My number 4 is Horus.
Horus, high, a lot higher than mine.
It gets.
I said that. I think like 4 higher than mine. Yeah, carry on.
I think Siege of Terror. I think he comes right down when he goes to like full blown chaos, and he's just sat on his ship, not doing a lot.
Yeah, you say that he doesn't do anything. He just
literally
sits there
doesn't.
And
tells Bertramo what to do.
Yeah, all throughout the Siege of Terror, he is like a shadow of his former self, and he just sits there.
It's such a shame because those first few Horus Heresy books where he's like in his element, he's still Horus but slightly twisted, and he's just. I really enjoyed the whole relationship he had with Big Daddy E. You know, he was the first one to be found. You know, he was declared War Master. I just really enjoyed it, and he had his Sons of Horus as well. They were really cool.
They are cool. You're right, they are cool.
Top 3, baby.
The top 3. Bronze for me goes to Sanguinius. Samesies.
Bird person.
Bird person.
Do you know what's really funny as well for me? It's before Siege of Terror. I would have had him down in like 10.
Yeah. Wouldn't have cared. Okay. And I think
he just powers up so many times where he's just like, I'm just going to be the best Primarch.
Yeah, and it's always so like noble. He's always really, really noble, and he's like the angel, the icon for all of these people that are just like witnessing utter decimation and devastation around them, and they just see this one like shining ray of hope just flying over them, and I think it's an omen.
We won't get into our combined theory of how it's going to end.
Yeah, if you know, you know, and I feel like the blood rage is coming, and when it does, I feel like he'll get higher on my list.
He is,
Yeah, I think
he is so when he just one shots of Warlord Titan.
Yeah, Warlord Titan fighting Angron, fighting a blood.
I haven't got there yet. I haven't got to the Angron fight. I'm on Echoes still. Yeah, it's coming.
Oh, okay. Well, you know it's coming. So
I know, it's coming.
So
he's going to be like standing in his back to the Eternity Gate, just like
spoily.
No.
Yeah, no, he's
so good. Like
he's a menace, absolute menace.
He's written so well as well, like his dialogue, and the best thing for me for some of his dialogue is in Echoes of Eternity, where where it goes back slightly to where he's found by Big Daddy E, and they have that whole conversation about like what he wants to protect his home planet, and then the conversation that his first speech to the Legion, and the like what the Blood Angels were. They were like the worst of the Legions. No one wanted to use them for anything, and he like really pulls them up. There's so many conversations as well that he has throughout Horus Heresy with various other people. Like similar to what you said, they're so noble. Like he has conversations with Dawn where he like makes Dawn excellent. He brings out those bits in Dawn, not like Jaggertai who's just like, no, I'm going to do what I want and fly around on my stupid little bike. He's not as good in Horus Heresy for me. When
Sanguinius.
Yeah,
really?
If you go,
as in like the books prior to Siege.
Yeah, right. So if you go back and read Imperium Secundus, a lot of that, like with Guilliman, that didn't really do it for me. It didn't go. I mean, I get that he would have been War Master, and that he is the ironic thing is he's more like the Emperor than anybody else.
Didn't Dawn say that? Oh, hang on.
Careful.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be careful because he's
always been.
Oh god, it's so annoying because I've read the last Siege of Terror book, and
he's always touted as the next Emperor, which is why Guilliman makes him the Emperor when they don't know what's going on. But it's just, I think a lot of that is the writing. His book, Fear to Tread, is good.
Do me a favour and read the last two books of Siege of Terror, because I know that you're on the second to last one at the moment, as in
I'm getting through
release order. But as soon as you finish the most recent book, you'll be like, oh baby boy. Oh baby, oh no, look what you've done, oh baby boy.
It's cute that we had a joint third.
Yes, we're not totally ludicrous. We will be now.
What's the number two? What's the number two?
Sweet Jagatai Khan.
Right.
Yeah! No. Yeah!
You don't run away from family.
Yeah.
Didn't know this video was having sound effects.
Yeah, Jagatai Khan is sick. He's very, very cool. I like the White Skulls a lot since reading the Horus Heresy books. It was, if anything, amplified during Siege of Terror. Shiban Khan is awesome. Kinjar is awesome. They've got some amazing characters. Jagatai is like an absolute rogue, like a force of nature in that Legion. Everyone's like, oh, where's Jagatai? No, he's off doing his own thing. And you know what? Good, because you're all grown adults. You can deal. I mean, if Lorgar's running his own Legion into the ground, he's yeah, do what you want. But yeah, Jagatai I think is amazing. Very, very cool. I'd love to see him come back in the 41st millennium. Whether they will, whether they won't, don't know. But yeah, he really left a lasting impression, and especially his rivalry with Mortarion. Loved it.
Mortarion's better. Number 2 for me.
Go on.
Rogel Dawn.
Rogel Dawn at 2. Less than hang on, wait.
Higher than Sanguinius.
Higher than Sanguinius. Wow.
And do you know what? Then it adds more weight to Sanguinius because Sanguinius is the one that puts him there. Like
that's really interesting.
So Sanguinius just elevates everything that is good about Dawn, and similar to you in the Siege of Terror, like there's so many conversations he has with people, and you're like, no, like you feel sorry for him that he's been stuck on Terror doing all of this work when he hasn't been out doing stuff. He's just been building. The whole relationship with Sigismund, I know that it doesn't go the way that you want it to. Sigismund is my boy. Best first captain of all of them.
Wrong. Wrong.
That's a separate video.
Well, first captain ranking.
Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
Be there for a while.
Yeah, we'll
find
be
out
there
what
for
some
a
of them
while.
are. But yeah,
Top 5. It'll just have to be exclusive to top 5s.
yeah. So yeah, I think the Siege. He just when he's tired, the whole chapter when he's tired, I'm just like, I want to give you a hug.
Yeah.
Just go in the corner and have a Garibaldi biscuit and a cup of tea.
Just been Garibaldi. He seems like the type of guy that would eat Garibaldis.
Yeah, he does.
Just rubbish biscuits.
It's just
He's a funny guy. I think I respect him a hell of a lot more since reading Siege. Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
No, he's just. Do you know what? And again, it's similar to Sanguinius. Before Siege, he was quite low for me. He was just like, oh, you build walls.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like when I read the it was the Garrow book. Oh no, not the Garrow book. The fourth one.
Flight of the Eisenstein.
Flight of the Eisenstein. Flight of the Concords. That was it. At the end of the book, where Garrow's like, "Oh, we made it. I saved us all." Horace has fallen, and Dawn's like, "You're an idiot. No, you're wrong." And he's just like towering and being like this giant bully. And I was just like, "Kill him. Get your sword out, Garrow.
Yeah,
you legend."
And the same thing from there. That he comes.
Special mention for Garrow, actually, because I
Garrow
love that guy.
Should be a Primarch in his own right, I think.
He was part of the Knights of the Grey. Knights of the Grey.
Yeah,
he was lush.
Brilliant.
And Logan. Wicked.
Like, if you take Dawn at that incredibly obnoxious point in the fourth book where he's like, no, you're wrong, Horace would never do that. But then if you couple that with everything that comes after, it's like he's in denial. He's in denial for the whole of the series that he doesn't want this thing that's been built to crumble around him, and that's why he makes so many stupid decisions. Tell you what, funny enough, he makes human decisions.
Yeah. You know, I respect that argument. Which I think is dumb, considering he's not a human, he's a Primarch. He's supposed to be better than he is.
Yeah, but he's just...
Special mention for Horace again. Idiot. Absolute idiot.
Small twist to Dawn for me, though. Why does he wear just all gold? Why doesn't he have a cool suit of armour?
I like gold!
You've got, lions in his fancy black armour. You've got even Fulgrim's in his flashy pink. Dawn's like, no, I'm just going to look like a smaller emperor.
Yeah, he does it on purpose, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Proper tryhard.
Anyway, number ones. So we know who...
we know who one another's are.
By basic maths.
Basic maths. Just
Yours
maths.
is... I tell you, yours is going to be the lion.
No. Yeah, mine
Going to move him back up those 6 spots.
Controversially, and I always have this argument with people, Magnus is the best Primarch.
Sum it up in 2 sentences. I think you need 2 books, though. 2 episodes dedicated to why Kieran loves Magnus.
Yeah, it's hard to do in 2 sentences, that's for sure. Yours is obviously the lion.
Mine's the lion. Best swordsman.
Yeah.
Best overall personality of Gilliman. I'm just going to annoy you.
Yeah.
Best backstory of any of the Primarchs, where the way he's found, the whole Knights of Caliban, the monsters of Caliban. You haven't read those, but that Descent of Angels for me, the Horus Heresy book. I think it was the 5th one out potentially. I think it was a pull away from the main story. That book is severely underrated. It gets a lot of flack, but it's so much fluff and there's so much backstory there. And the funny thing is, it all builds into the line and it makes him
Just a better character.
just a better character. I mean, you've got the whole Dark Angels of Chaos and all of that.
Oh, first, can we
but
cut that nonsense out? Are they?
Yes, there's a whole division of them that they did. But
then
the funny thing is, if you go back and read those books, the Descent of Angels, you can see it coming a mile off. That there's going to be a schism.
Yeah, I really like it in Siege of Terror, actually, where there are Dark Angels against the Fallen. Yeah, that's very, very cool.
Yeah, Corswain just
Corswain.
like kamikaze runs through the whole blockade and just like, no. Yeah, Corswain's cool.
Yeah, absolute G. No, I really, really like him a lot.
You haven't said anything about why Magnus is your top.
Because I want it to be the send-off for this video. There are numerous occasions where Magnus has done dirty in the Horus Heresy. There are numerous occasions where Magnus has done dirty, probably prior to the Horus Heresy as well. He is totally underappreciated, and for a Primarch that was about to ascend and become the Emperor's successor, he had mishap after mishap, and granted,
So what you're saying is he's bad at his job.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Magnus was a phenomenally underutilized character, and I mean that when I say he warned everybody about Erebus and about Horus. Nothing happened. The Council of Nicaea was just like this ring pit of snakes that were just like, well, Magnus shouldn't use his magic powers, and Mortarion get in the bin, Lehman Russ get in the bin. Somebody essentially whispered into Russ's ear, Magnus is bad, you should probably go kill him. And he just went, all right. And then just like totally decimated him. His legion came from having their homeworld utterly demolished, and they found his the shards of his soul to recreate this Primarch in this new entity.
Doesn't make sense.
And he went to the Emperor to warn him one last time, and then the Emperor gave him the ultimatum and said, you can rejoin me if we kill your legion. And then he went... And then he looked at I'm going to say it now. He looked at Vulcan, who was stood there, and Vulcan went, oh, just do it, Magnus. And Magnus went, would you? And Vulcan went, nah. And so Magnus turned his back on the Emperor, turned his back on the Imperium, despite time and time and time again trying to make it... Don't get me wrong, he made some stupid decisions. Trying to make it like a better Imperium, to then right at the last minute being like, get wrecked. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. And
the whole thing about him, his personality being split, is stupid. Where's the shards of Ferrus Manus then?
Ferrus Manus got his shard cut off.
Just doesn't make... No, it's just stupid. Oh, you're a wizard, Magnus. That's literally it.
Oh, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. He's for me, he's got the most tragic story of them all. All he wants to do is be his father's favoured son. Yeah, he's a bit thirsty, don't get me wrong, but most eldest children want to appease their parents, and I mean, he's not the oldest, but he's the next in line. He's definitely the wisest, I think, anyway. There, I said it. For me, he just ticks all of the boxes. I really, really, really love his character, and also love his Legion. I think they're great.
Nah, there's a reason they all turn to dust. Like their personalities.
They signed their soul away to save their brother.
No, they didn't. Araman was just like, what happens if I do this?
what does this button do?
And tell you what, Araman is the epitome of that. You know that meme with the guy sweating and the two buttons? Turn all to ash. Don't.
Yeah.
He's like...
Yeah, Araman was pretty dumb. However, Araman was pretty pivotal in Siege of Terror. I thought he was really, really cool. His relationship with Magnus is also like really conflicting as well. He's constantly calling him out.
The whole thing, their whole relationship with his actual Legion, isn't they? They're very divided. But there's a whole after the burning of Prospero, they're very divided. Then, aren't they?
Yeah, well, the Legion is, to be fair, and they need new leadership because obviously the majority of
their other two are rubbish.
Well, the majority of the Thousand Sons were like, oh, what are we going to do without Magnus? And Araman was like, Magnus made loads of poor decisions. Follow me and we'll make it right. And ultimately they made it worse, but but yeah, there's some really, really cool Legions in the Thousand Sons. I like them a lot. But yeah, he's my top. Love him.
Yeah. There you go. That sums up our 18.
I'm emotionally exhausted. The Lion and Magnus.
Magnus shouldn't be there, but
how exhausting.
Anyway.
I enjoyed this. Do you want to see some more ranking videos? Let us know.
We're gonna do. We'll do one with all of our 40k armies. That will be.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. But yeah, thank you very, very much for watching our ranking of Primarchs video.
Leave us a like, and a comment.
A comment. I hate that
That's now a
that's sticking. Hate that that's sticking.
Leave us a comment with maybe don't do your top. You don't have to do all your list, but leave us your top 3 and maybe your bottom 3.
Oh yeah, for sure, and let us know who your top is and why, because I think that's really important. Obviously, people are going to disagree with me about Magnus, and you know what? I'm welcome it. Welcome it with open arms.
I'll see you all. I'll see you all in the comments, and we'll have a good conversation about why the line is the best.
The bloody comments. But yeah, thank you very much.
Get that on a t-shirt.
Live as yeah. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to sub. Don't forget to tell a friend. Because hashtag grow the show. It's all a good. Is that a new hashtag? Have I just done that? Am
I don't think you did.
now? No, that was gross.
You're not an influencer until we get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Ah, that's true. Do you
Or
want to
Squarespace.
Raid Shadow Legends? Yeah. Anything else to add?
The line's the best.
Wrong.
Out.
See ya.